Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is a franchise I really enjoyed during my early childhood, but one franchise I didn't fully get to experience was Power Rangers. The main reason was because as a kid I got traumatized by an episode of Lightspeed Rescue where a car accident happened. After I saw that episode and freaked out, my parents thought it was smart to not allow me to watch more of the series for a long time. Power Rangers, a TV show that is an Americanized version of Super Sentai in Japan, is a franchise I've seen a bit of here and there. My primary exposure to the series was during my grade school days when Disney had the rights to Power Rangers for a brief time. Power Rangers SPD had a banger theme song. Anyway, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Power Rangers are two action properties made to sell toys, so combining them made perfect sense. They did it once in 1998 in an episode of Power Rangers in Space titled Shell Shock, which crossed over with Saban's Ninja Turtles: The Next Mutation. Decades later, Power Rangers has crossed over with TMNT 2 other times, which I'll talk about later. Anyway, without further ado, it's time to take a look at TMNT and Power Rangers' weird crossover. The episode Shell Shock begins with the villain of the series, Astronema, confronting the Turtles, mentioning that she wants them to fight the Power Rangers. The Turtles, being apparently from another dimension, don't believe her, since according to Raphael, the Rangers are comic book characters in their universe.
The Power Rangers are just pretend, comic book.
The Turtles, doubtful of the Rangers' existence, still refuse to help the villainous woman who appeared out of nowhere fight them. However, that soon changes when she puts a mind control spell on them. Afterwards, the Space Rangers return to Earth since an electric monster is attacking Angel Grove. The Rangers have trouble fighting him, but then the Next Mutation Turtles show up. We've got Leonardo, Michelangelo, Donatello, Raphael, and the infamous fifth female turtle called Venus. What's interesting is that the Turtles are recognized by the Rangers right away, as they are apparently a part of fictional media within the Power Rangers universe. All the Rangers get along with the Turtles, who flawlessly help them defeat the electric monster, but Andros, the Red Space Ranger, is suspicious of them. The Turtles then get on their spaceship, claiming they need a lift to New York City. They seem to enjoy the ship, especially the pizza on it. However, it turns out they're being controlled by Astronema still. The Turtles mess with the ship's AI by cutting wires and turtlefy it, with it now speaking like a Ninja Turtle.
Just giving your buddy Deca a better attitude.
I've been certified turtlefied.
Andros, seeing this, realizes he was right all along, that the Turtles were up to something. The Turtles managed to capture all the Rangers except for the red one, which angers Astronema, who was gloating about having them all captured. The Rangers end up escaping and Andros saves them, and the Turtles stay on the ship. They soon get their minds free from her control, which leads to Astronema leaving the ship as well, which is unfortunately set to self-destruct. Meanwhile, the Rangers are on another planet, facing off against Astronema and her soldiers. Donatello struggles to fix the ship's AI, so him and the Turtles don't die in an explosion. He has no idea if he's supposed to connect the green or blue wire. This is the moment where a very weird scene happens.
Hurry, Donatello.
I can't remember the blue wire or the green. Which one was it?
Focus. Let it come to you.
Mean green!
Anyway, I want to mention that the Next Mutation made it clear in the show that Venus was raised by someone else in canon as an excuse for shipping for some reason. So yeah, this scene feels a bit weird to me with that context. Afterwards, the Turtles show up and help the Space Rangers fight off Astronema and her minions. The battle scene of the Turtles teaming up with the Rangers was really cool to see. Astronema, seeing her army defeated, tells the Rangers and Turtles they haven't seen the last of her. Well, to be fair, the Turtles did, as the Next Mutation only lasted a season, so they saw the last of her. The episode ends with the Rangers saying bye to the Turtles, who are being dropped off at New York. I find that a bit odd, since initially initially they viewed the Power Rangers as comic book characters. I figured they were from different universes, but apparently not. The Turtles invite the Rangers to their sewer in New York, but it's very clear none of them want to go there despite being friendly with them.
Hey, and if you're ever in New York, hey, why don't you pop your head in our sewer?
Sure. Yeah, we'd love to.
Damn, the Space Rangers clearly knew the next Mutation Turtles were an inferior version of the TMNT. No wonder they didn't want to hang out with them again. The Turtles end the episode by making one more request to skate in space on hoverboards. It's a fun way to end a weird crossover. The crossover the next Mutation did with the Space Rangers definitely sure is something, but the series itself is very infamous. Peter Laird, the TMNT co-creator, clearly hated it with a burning passion due to Venus's inclusion, to the point where the series was absent from the multiverse of Turtles Forever. That is how much he hated it. Let that sink in. This crossover is a mixed bag because on the one hand, it's Power Rangers and TMNT crossing paths. But the downside is that it's an incarnation of TMNT that fans and the co-creator did not like. But yeah, Ninja Turtles The Next Mutation crossing over with Power Rangers in space was quite a fever dream for kids in the 90s, I assume. I am sure a lot of kids who hadn't seen The Next Mutation were confused by the addition of a 5th female turtle. I am honestly curious about what people who watched this in 1998 thought of this episode along with The Next Mutation. Anyone who saw this growing up, comment below. I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Thankfully, this crossover is not the last time TMNT and Power Rangers cross paths, with the two teams crossing over in 2 comic book miniseries. This time, it crossed over a more traditional TMNT incarnation with the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So, to the small number of Venus fans out there, I'm sorry to inform you, but you won't see her cross paths with the Power Rangers ever again. Both miniseries have a lot of interesting twists and turns, like Shredder morphing into a Green Ranger, and Metalhead being used as a Zord. The first miniseries even got a toy line made. I really want that Green Ranger Shredder figure. I definitely plan to talk about these comic crossovers in depth, but that's a story for another video. Stay tuned for that. This has been ShadeX, and I hope you all feel nothing but good vibes.